What's up and welcome to Love Inspiry space on the internet. In today's video, we are going to talk about how to honor your husband and your wife. Stick around if you want a little premarital mini training or if you want to learn where you are going wrong in your marriage today. Let's talk love. Hello everyone, and for those who don't know, my name is Angie. I'm the founder of Love Inspiry LLC, where our mission is to build more powerful, more transparent, and more durable relationships. Yes, we want you to have longevity in your relationship, a long, happy, healthy marriage. So let's just jump right in. To honor means to give your full attention and affection to. It means to let something have your full faithfulness. But why is infidelity so prevalent? Why do people talk to everyone except their significant other? And how? Just how can we effectively honor our marriage? I told you guys a few Sundays ago how to honor your marriage, you first have to be able to place God at the head of your life. We can do nothing without him. So if you don't have God at the head of your life, that is particularly why you cannot honor your relationship. Listen, for all my single people, take note, because it's all about preparation, really. When you get into the marriage, sometimes you can get overwhelmed with what's going on. So now is the time to really dig in and take notes on what you want your future marriage to look like. And if you're married, by the end of this video, you should be able to identify where you are going wrong with honoring your relationship. This acronym is called FBI. And no, I'm not talking about the Federal Bureau of Investigation. I'm talking about foundation, boundaries, and integrity, y'all. That FBI. That is how you honor your marriage. So let's talk about it. Foundation. Building a robust marriage truly takes making sure you truly have a strong foundation within your relationship. If you start out and your foundation is a little shaky, that's when you find that you are less likely to honor your marriage. You have to build on things like trust. You have to build on things like honesty, friendship, that connection. That foundation is where you build all that. And if you don't have that when you're going through trials and tribulations, notice I said when, not if. When you go through trials and tribulations in your marriage, you are not going to want to stick around. You're going to want to do everything but work on the relationship. And that's why the foundation is so important to have within your relationship. I'm so passionate about creating connections and so passionate about building strong foundations that I have a whole entire workshop available on www.loveinspiry.com where I teach you how to build a foundation, questions you should ask. I teach you how to build and create safety and security within your relationship. And I also teach you how to maintain during those trials and tribulations. That's what it's all about. So if you really want in on this and want to learn how to maintain your relationship in tough times, you definitely want to get on the inside of the Connect and Beyond Sex workshop. But I'll leave the link in the description. On to the B, boundaries. You have to be willing to set boundaries in your relationship. Listen, let me tell you something. Boundaries is what keeps my marriage. I've never been through infidelity, okay? Let's just put it out there. I've never experienced that. I've never been cheated on and I've never done the cheating. But there was a reason for that. Not because Nate and I are so special and so grand and we're just the perfect little couple. No, we honor our marriage so much that we set boundaries with the opposite sex. We understand that nobody other than God is more important than him and I. We're in this marriage together with God at the center. And that's the only third person that we want involved in our marriage. So you have to be willing to set boundaries with the opposite sex. Set boundaries with how you speak to them, how long you speak to them, when you speak to them. All of that is important. And then also setting boundaries within yourself, making sure that you have personal time and development time on your own. Like I always say, honoring your marriage is putting your spouse after God, but before everyone else. That's going to be the ticket to truly honoring your relationship. And I know this will be a little hard, but this means you're going to have to set them with family and friends too. They are not exempt. I actually have a podcast that we did on setting boundaries and dealing with the difficult in-laws that I'll just link above here. You want to know the reason why your relationship might be suffering, why you cannot honor your marriage? It's because you have set zero boundaries. You must set boundaries. They're important. And it's so important that my next book, going to be released hopefully sometime in the spring, is all about boundaries. Everything you need to know about boundaries wrapped up into one book. So don't worry, I have you covered on that too. Just remember, setting boundaries is significant. When you invite everyone to the dinner table, you end up with a messy fight. In other words, resolution can only happen amongst the two of you, and you have to have boundaries to be able to understand that. Integrity, the I. Listen, we are rattling this off. Y'all, okay? Integrity. We all know about integrity and what it means. But when I think of integrity and honoring your relationship, I think of saying what you mean and meaning what you say. We have a duty to communicate to our partner, communicate our needs, communicate our desires, communicate our wants. And the reason why infidelity happens and people step out is because they're not communicating. It's okay if you're missing something in your marriage. It's okay if you lack in an area. But what's not okay is if you use that as an excuse to go talk to everybody else and do stuff with somebody else without communicating that to your partner. You have to give them a chance to make that change. You have to give them a chance to correct themselves with the communication that you give them. You know, we just did a 2-part series on how to communicate negative things to your partner. We did the second part with how to receive that communication. So make sure you guys go look at that and check those videos out as well. Listen, I'm all about providing resources for people, but you have to be willing to do the work in your marriage, and that is opening your mouth and communicating. That is your integrity in your relationship, and that is how you're truly going to honor your commitment to one another. Communicating the good as well as communicating the bad, especially the bad. It's important that we do that and we understand that it is okay. It's not the end of the world if your partner presents something to you that you don't like. You have to be willing to work through that, communicate those needs, and work through that. Listen, honor is an action word to me, y'all, okay? Building a strong foundation, setting boundaries, having the integrity to communicate what you need and desire from the relationship. They're not just things that you talk about. They're things that you do. You create your foundation. You set those boundaries. Those are all actions. And you communicate your needs to your significant other. Those are all actions. So I can sit here and talk to you till I'm blue in the face. I can tell you exactly what you need to do, but you have to be willing to put that into action. You have to be willing to take those steps, as I said last week, those baby steps in getting you into the place that you desire to be in your marriage. I always say, you, my friend, play a role in the success or the failure of your relationship. And until we get that in our head, our marriages will not succeed. We have to realize that we play a role. So we have to be constantly looking for ways that we can change and ways that we can elevate not only ourselves, but our partner as well. So guys, next month is Women's History Month. So we're going to be talking about pretty much the role of a wife. Stick around if you want to be a wife one day. If you are a wife and you just need a little more wisdom, a little bit of more inspiration and all that good stuff, empowerment, I have you covered all next month with that. We're going to be talking about it all. So guys, I'll see you all in the next video. But as always, you can feel free to talk to me one-on-one at www.loveinspiry.com/services. This is my passion. This is what I live for. We can work through it together. I know it can't be easy. I know it's not easy. After 15 years of marriage, getting married at 18, trust me, I have been through it and I know what you're going through, and I'm here to help you. So click that button, book a consult. The link will be in the description for that as well, and I'll be more than happy to help you. As always, we have free resources available on our website, and we also have some hands-on online workshops and master classes that you can take on your own so you don't feel kind of coached to or counseled to. I understand it all, but listen, you have a friend in me over here. Again, my name is Angie. I'm the founder of Love Inspiry, where our mission is to build more powerful, more transparent, and more durable relationships. See you in the next one. For those who don't know, my name is Angie. I'm the founder of